Welcome to North American Trapper today. We're actually heading back out to South Dakota and chase some coyotes. Doesn't matter really where you're at across the country now, whether you're in New York City, all the way to Los Angeles, you're gonna have coyotes in your community and you're gonna have problems with them over time, whether it's a pet conflict or whether it's, chasing you down when you're running or whatever. There's a lot more stories now where coyotes are becoming a serious problem all across the board. And, for all of you out there that have ranches and farms and have deer leases, those coyotes are going after the deer as well, and they're causing a lot of problems that way. So this week, we're going to show you some methods and techniques using the Duke 550 and the Duke 650 that are going to help you when you go after these predators. We're out here in South Dakota. We're only about maybe 40, 50 feet from an old cow carcass, which is always a great opportunity, but there's a nice draw out here, comes out of this basin down here with a lake, and then there's another draw behind me here that goes up to the ridge, and this is just a good travel way for the coyotes out here. And I'm going to pound a set in here, like I said, about 40, 50 feet up from that carcass. As you can see though, that ground is definitely hard. Got some dirt here. We're going to use that as our bedding material. That's right off of the road. That's about the only dry dirt out here. And what we're going to put in here is a Duke 550. It's night latched. It's double base plated, center swivel. Fantastic coyote trap. And we'll get that set. And as I said, with this night latch, you'll actually hear it click, and then you know it's set. Click. You can hear that click. It's ready to go. And then we have that triple swiveled with number 3 chain in between, and we're staking it off with our heavy duty ground talon. I'm a big proponent of bedding your trap properly, and you definitely need to really make sure when you're using this dry dirt that you get it in there as good as possible. And it's a lot tougher, as I said, with this bone dry dirt, but you still want to pack this trap as good as you possibly can in around these jaws to where there's not a lot of movement, because if that animal steps on this anywhere and it wobbles, they're going to back up off of it and you're not going to get an opportunity at them. And then we're going to sift some dirt right up over it. This is an old cow bone, and we're going to put our bait there, and we're going to put that bone right over top of it. That's still going to make them come in there and work that. What we're using here is our Mountain Man, which is our 4 equal parts of Angus, ground poultry, rendered, and fresh prairie dog. And we're going to get that right there. Good old glob of that. And then we're just going to take a little bit of dirt or whatever, cover that up. That smell's still going to come out of there, and put that bone right over top of it. That's going to work for our backing. Traps right here. We got this nice little branch or tumbleweed that's going to work them in around it. We got this pile of dirt over here, which is going to act as a guide to work them in. And we're just going to top that off with a little bit of our Madness lure, and we'll put that right on that cow leg. You can never overdo it with bait. I don't think you can ever overdo it with bait. If an animal's going to work your set, more bait the better. Lure, just a little dab will do you. That's really all you need. Just a little dab. And then what I'm going to do to just finish this set up is not much. I'm just going to get a little more dirt over here, and with that, just put maybe a little fine covering back over it, maybe a little bit there, and that's pretty much it. Even this out, and that right there is a coyote set that's going to work for you pretty much anywhere across the country. As I said at the beginning, it's going to be a little gaudy. I don't mind that. I don't mind a set that actually has good eye appeal. I like eye appeal. I want eye appeal.
The Trapper of the Week is Samuel Catterton and his son with a great bobcat caught in a hollow locust tree in a cubby set. Congratulations, Samuel, and get your chance to be Trapper of the Week by visiting us at NorthAmericanTrapper.com.
Handling nest raiders is our specialty, and you can become the steward of your own land with our North American Trapper scent package, which includes our Coonbuster DP bait and magnet trailing scent. Our sweet-scented trailer will draw them in, where our Coonbuster will then take over, and its soaked crawfish essence will entice those nest raiders to work the trap consistently. Look no further than our North American Trapper Combo scent package for all your predation control needs. North American Trapper. Proven products. Proven conservation.
Welcome back to Duke Trap's presentation of North American Trapper with Alan Probst.
Well, we got ourselves a nice dog here this morning. Yesterday it was 60 degrees and sunny, and cold front came through and obviously got these animals working last night. We got him in a Duke 650. We've been putting 550s and 650s in, and he's in there pretty good in this 650. Looks to be a young dog, but where I'm at here, I'm just on a kind of a little corridor. There's a couple fence rows that meet here. That big rock stood out to me, though. That rock right there, any coyote that's going to work down through here, that's a focal point. And, you know, they're going to sniff that, probably urinate on it. So that's exactly where that set went in. And obviously, that was a good spot because this dog's in there this morning. But anytime I get out here to South Dakota is awesome too. Even though it's 25 and snowy today, this coyote kind of warms the soul. And we're going to get him taken care of, and then I'm going to show you this remake. But it doesn't get much better than this. Well, we got that coyote taken care of. We're just going to put this Duke 650 back in the ground here. I really love these traps, whether it's the 550 or the 650. They're just a good trap that is going to help you in any of these situations where you have a coyote population. And you can see how that's really bedded in there good. We got that down in there. The bed's perfect, fits that trap perfect. That animal comes in, we got our hole right here. And here's that rock I was talking about, where any coyote that comes by here, that's a focal point. And he's gonna stop, smell that, wanna urinate on it. And anywhere you're at across this country, it really doesn't matter if you have a hay bale or a rock or a stump, and it's out here along a fence row or somewhere in the middle of a field. That is going to be a focal point for every one of these predators. And if you can find those spots, put your sets in accordingly, you're going to get a crack at these animals. I'm just going to get a little bit of sheep's wool underneath this pan here, and that's going to allow me to not have a pan cover here. I don't know where my pan cover went, but we'll get some dry dirt in there. That's good. Get that all situated there, and that is exactly what we want. That's good to go. And any coyote comes by here now, we're gonna get another crack at them. Putting some of our mountain man back down the hole, and we don't really need lure or urine or anything here, because that coyote has been urinating and scat probably mixed in here, and that's going to be a draw to any coyote that comes by here again. Get that mountain man down in there, and you probably see I got these orange gloves on, these Cold Creek gloves. They are definitely not cold. They keep your hands warm, and they have a really good grip here where you can grab everything, and it keeps your hands warm, and it makes it nice when you're out here pounding these sets in the snow. in the cold to where you can keep doing this all day without your hands bothering you. But this set's ready to go. I'm excited to have this back in the ground because anytime I catch a coyote or a fox, if I'm in Pennsylvania or wherever, and they have that scent all around this area, you're gonna basically, any canine that comes by is gonna come in and investigate this, and you're gonna get another crack at them. But pretty awesome, and we'll head on down the road and see if we have some more.
Now, it's time for the North American Trapper Tip of the Week.
I want to talk to you about my favorite, most universal trap that I've ever used. And that's the 1.5 double jaw Duke. You can actually see here the jaw, but underneath you have the double jaw. And what that does is that catches the animal. When the animal gets caught, they get caught in two places. So they can't get under that pan or in under there and work their foot or do anything to try and get out of there. It's holding that animal in two different places, and ultimately that animal is going to be there when you go in the next morning. And if you're out there putting the hard work in, no matter what the antis tell you or say, or we're just out there leaving critters know, we're out there putting hard work in, we're going back to catch them, we want them to be there. And this trap does it for you, whether it's mink, muskrat, raccoon, you can catch front foot on beaver on these, you catch fox in these. This is the most universal trap that I've used, and I love it. It's the 1.5 double jaw Duke, and if you need something for those critters on your line, make sure you stop by NorthAmericanTrapper.com, check out all of our traps, but pay particular attention to these 1.5 double jaws that Duke puts out, because they are definitely going to be something that helps you when you're out on the line.
North American Trapper Predation Packages. Get any one of our specific trapping packages that has been ultimately designed to help you become the master predation controller of your farm, ranch, or hunting lease. Control the predators that are costing you time and money, and get out there trapping today with one of our North American Trapper Predation boxes. All of the packages come with the trapping essentials to get you out in the field, plus an instructional DVD that will show you the way. Visit us at NorthAmericanTrapper.com and start breaking dirt today.
Welcome back to Duke Trap's presentation of North American Trapper with Alan Probst.
Well, we've got ourselves what I believe is an adult coyote, and it's big open country. It snowed last night, and I'm on a saddle. And a saddle is basically, in this case, it's a road coming through, and then there's a cattle trail coming up on the road and going the other way. So you got a four-way intersection, and that's what makes them good. There's 4 different ways they can come from. In this set, it's not going to look how it looked when I first made it. I don't even remember what it looked like, but it's going to be different, but you just adapt. And the whole thing to remember is, if you want a long line, and I wouldn't say I'm long lining right now, but I'm away from home. But the whole thing to remember is you're basically getting traps in the ground and putting something of interest by them. That's the whole key. Don't overthink it. All right, that'll work. It's cold today. I don't mind, as long as you dress for it. Okay, that trap bed's in there nice, and that's not always the case out here because the soil can be so hard. We're going to put our Barker's latex pan cover on here, and if it wasn't for the snow, we could probably find the other one. And that just drops in around the trap pan, keeps dirt from getting underneath it. And this is dry dirt, and you got to have something when you're fighting weather like this. You could have wax dirt. It's only it's like October 20th, and so it's not like we aren't going to have warm weather yet. We should. Sure is cold today though. Even though it's not much of a dirt hole here, it's too hard, you can't get a hole in. Here's a half horse, half devil. That's part of my line of baits and lures. It's got a pretty strong smell. Goodies bag. I'm gonna put a coyote turd out here. I think I'll put just a little debris to cover up. Here's some common ore. Make them work a little bit. And we want them just dancing around in here. It won't take but a couple steps. I'd be real optimistic this is gonna take another coyote.
Let's take a look at the North American Trapper Product Spotlight.
Well, this week on North American Trapper Product Spotlight, I want to talk to you about our Mountain Man Predator Bait and our Madness Predator Lure. And they work well together, and they work well separately as well. Our Mountain Man is 4 equal parts of ground Angus beef, ground fresh prairie dog, ground rendered prairie dog, and ground poultry. And that's 4 equal parts, and it's mixed with some other ingredients, and it's just really, really a good, meaty bait that's going to draw those predators into your sets when you're out there in the field. And our Madness is a lure that has a skunk essence to it. We do have skunk in this, but the skunk does not overpower it. It actually, you can smell the skunk, but you can also smell the other layers that are in our Madness lure. And you can use the Mountain Man by itself in one of your dirt holes, or you can use the Mountain Man with the Madness in a dirt hole, or you can just use the Madness in a dirt hole. So you have a bunch of different options with our baits and lures. So if you get an opportunity, go to NorthAmericanTrapper.com, check out our Mountain Man, our Madness, and all of our other baits and lures, and I'm sure you're going to find something that's going to help you be more successful next time you go in the field.
You need to have faith in the baits and lures piquing the curiosity of those at large predators. North American Trapper has you covered on your quest with our skunk-based Madness, crawfish-based Coon Buster, fish-based Reaper, and our meat-based Mountain Man. North American Trapper baits and lures are all multi-layered and proven to help you become the best predation trapper that you can be. Take back control of the ecosystem that is yours and get our scent bundle at NorthAmericanTrapper.com for the next time you're out breaking dirt on the line.
Welcome back to Duke Trap's presentation of North American Trapper with Alan Probst.
Well, we got another nice coyote here. Once again, you can see that rock right there. That is a focal point. Anytime you're out here, it doesn't matter where you're at in the country. If you have those type of focal points, every coyote that comes by is going to sniff that, urinate on it, and ultimately put your sets in the ground, and you're going to be successful. But it's just absolutely, as I said before, it's just absolutely beautiful out here in South Dakota. It's fun to get out here, and whether you're on a ranch out here, or you have your farm, or you know, a landowner, or a hunting lease or whatever, and you having problems with these coyotes, you can find these areas, find these travel ways. There's really not a distinct travel way here other than this 2-track. There is a little knoll over here with a little valley, but ultimately they're going to work up and down these 2 tracks. And as I said, find those rocks, hay bales, anything of that nature. Those focal points are going to be very good for you when you're out there trapping these canines. Well, we got another nice coyote here. This is just a really great location. When I set this, we have this saddle here that works down into this valley back by where the pond is, where the cattle are feeding, and then it just opens up into some vast territory out here. And got this nice dog for our efforts, and that's one of the things I want to impress on you out there. It doesn't matter if you own your own ranch, your own farm, you're a hunter, homeowner. If you take the time and you have good equipment, this is in a Duke 550 here, a great pad catch, and you put these sets in the ground, have something down that hole and invites that animal to work that set, you can be successful as well. And it really just takes a little bit of effort, and the more effort you put in, the more success you're going to have. But ultimately, I couldn't be any happier. I love it out here in South Dakota and really anywhere when I'm trapping, but there's a certain energy that's in the hills out here that just kind of rejuvenates your soul and your spirit, and it obviously helps warm the soul when you have a coyote in your set. But we're going to get this guy taken care of. We're going to move on down the road and hopefully have some more. We have a lot more traps to check today, but I couldn't be any happier, and it's just something that I highly recommend for you guys out there or women out there that are having some issues with coyotes. Take your time, put some traps in the ground, and you're going to be successful as well. Well, I hope you enjoyed the show today. I definitely want to thank Mark Steck for allowing me to kind of piggyback his land that he had out there in South Dakota to put some sets in the ground and catch some of these animals. And ultimately, we showed you the methods and techniques. It really comes down to a couple simple things when you're going after these coyotes. You bed your trap properly. You have something down in the hole that piques the interest of that animal, and they're going to come in and work the set. If you do see where one steps on a set and doesn't work the set, do not touch it, let it go, because I guarantee you that animal's coming back there within a couple days, and you're going to catch him next time because he's going to work that set. So just concentrate on bedding your trap properly, having a good bait down in the hole, and you're going to be successful. If you need any products, make sure you stop by NorthAmericanTrapper.com. We have a lot of different packages. We have baits, lures, pretty much everything you're going to need when you do go out there after these predators. Proven products equals proven conservation, and we'll see you next time on North American Trapper.